Awesome. We're here in Haslet, Texas, in a tri-county neighborhood with our new client, Charlie, getting installed today. Just got back from a little cruise in the Caribbean, so that's nice. And of course, beautiful 70-degree weather. So love it outside. When did you start looking into solar?
Well, it actually started when we built the house, and at the time, the rates, it wasn't worth in our eyes to put up that kind of money up front, and we were kind of had priorities first before the solar. But then since that big freeze that we had in 21 or 22, that now the rates have almost tripled. So that's when we started. Let's try to cut our expenses as best we could.
Yikes. So the February 2021 snowstorm freeze and power outages caused your electricity rates to spike. Did you lose power during that as well?
We had a week without power, so our pool equipment, we had it on the motor running, so we didn't have backup power. So we had a lot of frozen pipes and repairs that had to be done. So it caught us unexpectedly.
So for you, the solar and battery systems providing two key benefits to you, it sounds like, right?
That's correct.
Cool. You'll save some money on the electricity, of course, and then you'll never lose power again thanks to the batteries. What other types of things did you do to help reduce the electricity bills?
We went with your HVAC system by Lennox, upgraded to 18 SEER heat pump. So that replaced our 14 SEER. So we just had that installed last month. So we haven't got any readings on that yet, but looking forward to see a big decrease on the usage on that power.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, and how old were the HVAC units before we replaced them?
They were originally trained 2005. So we got close to 20 years out of them, which they say you should get 10 or 15. So we had already saw that and forecasted the investment that needed to be done.
That's awesome. And so at the time in 2005, they were 14 SEER. And of course, there's a degradation to that over time. So who knows how low they were then. You had two HVAC units, got those replaced to new variable speed with heat pump 18 SEER Lennox units. So that should make the home more efficient and use less. And then, of course, now you're going to produce your own power, reducing that demand from Tri-County and making it more efficient that way, too. How did you find the Solar Scouts?
I was browsing Facebook, and I think I saw your pop-up ads there and saw a video and did your bio about Boy Scout. So I'm an Eagle Scout myself. So I said, might as well send some business to my own fellowship.
That's awesome. Yes, sir. I'm an Eagle Scout. You're an Eagle Scout. That's a beautiful thing right there. In your due diligence process, did you, or really, right, because you built the home in 2005, it sounds like, and you looked into solar then, did you look into solar any other times between, home construction and finally getting it done?
Not really. I was hoping that the cost of the panels were going to come down, but it sounds like talking to you that the technology on the actual cells are still the same as they were. It's just the other microinverters, the battery technology. So I knew the battery prices when I looked at a couple years ago were like $20,000. So it's like, no, that's not yet. I'm waiting for the technology to bring that price down. So we were able to do that with two batteries that you presented to us.
That's awesome. So maybe a couple of hit or miss glances over the years, and previously it seemed really costly or really expensive, and things have mellowed out a little bit and just felt more feasible now.
That's correct. And then with the 1/3 tax credit on all of this, you start looking at the cost. So we were averaging $800-900 a month. So I told the wife, that's $10,000 a year that we're just pissing away. So it's a no-brainer.
Yikes. Yeah, y'all are using a lot of electricity. You've got a pool, you got a big, beautiful home, and a couple of HVAC units. So it makes sense that you're using so much power. hopefully you're going to reduce that usage with the new, more energy efficient AC units, and then of course you're going to use way less with with the solar and the batteries. Um, could you describe how the system's going to work on a day-to-day basis?
We hope to use the energy that's being produced during the day, and with the batteries, try to use your stored energy before going to the Tri-County energy. One of the things that we're not liking is the fact that Tri-County, even with the freeze that we had, we as residents or consumers are trying to give power back to everybody so there won't be a strain, but they have shut off where we have to sell wholesale to them, but if we use excess, we have to buy retail. So all you guys out there, tell your politicians we're trying to help everybody, and with data centers coming online, more people moving to Texas, there's more need of consumers that are willing to make an investment to help the power grid. So to keep my kids, grandkids green, that's the best way to go.
That's awesome. It sounds like Tri County is in the middle of like electing a new board right now. Have you considered running for any of those types of positions?
No, but I'm going to try to be as vocal as possible to the meetings there.
What would you say to some of your neighbors or other people in Haslet or in the Tri County area? You touched on it a little bit there, but what would you say if they're uncertain of what's going to happen to their electricity bill, or if they're uncertain of how a solar system works? How would what would you say to them?
I would say contact Solar Scouts, and they'll do a breakdown on what they're using now, and it's pretty simple math that you present to us, and it's a no-brainer. It just unfortunate. I have property where I could do a whole rack of solar panels on my property and share with my neighbors, but it wouldn't be cost-effective for me if Tri-County is not going to give me any power back.
Totally makes sense. And so that's a key reason why we do a solar and battery systems. So that way, whatever you're producing during the day, you store it and then you use it yourself at night instead of using it from Tri-County. So you're going to avoid their gamification entirely just by using it yourself.
And then I just purchased a SUV for my wife, RAV4 plug-in hybrid. So you guys installed a charger free on for the business part of the sales, which was great. And so we'll be charging that car, not having to pay some charging stations, which is, I hear, 3 or 4 times more than what my electrical rate would be. So technically she'll be driving for free.
That's awesome. Yeah, so just a part of the package that we did is we did HVAC, we did solar and batteries, and then we threw in a level 2 EV charger upgrade, which is really just a circuit breaker upgrade to a 60 amp breaker. So that way you could charge the car more rapidly. Instead of 12 hours, maybe in 2 or 3 hours, you can charge that vehicle. And being that it's a plug-in hybrid, probably even more rapid than that would be my guess, just because the battery capacity is probably not even that large on it. So,
Correct.
So that's really interesting. So, and your wife, more or less, just kind of goes around town type of thing, not huge road trip distances, and so for the most part, she's able to run the vehicle just on the battery portion, right?
That's correct. She can go 44 miles on it. So work and back, which is downtown Fort Worth, that's free. And then around the Reliance area, she drives, does her shopping. My only opinion or critic of her going shopping is you're trying to save money on gas, but then you're spending money on shopping. So I guess whatever makes her happy, though.
Just an extra Target trip a month. That's all right. Any other final thoughts or?
No, just let's get the technology even better. Let's bring those battery prices down. Let's get our brains at work like Elon Musk and get his team, and let's get it going. So it's a very affordable for everybody.
We're right there with you. We want to make it more affordable for everybody. And so, y'all, we're in Haslet, Texas, in the Tri-County area. We're getting the Leals powered up right now today. It's February 25th. Beautiful, 70 degrees. Just after all the freezes, hopefully they'll The spring is coming. We can see our shadows. I don't know what that says about our groundhogs, but we're wrapping up right now, and with like a 13.28 kilowatt solar system with 28.6 kilowatt hours of batteries. We also threw in an EV charger upgrade and a couple of HVAC units to just make the whole home a holistic energy efficiency and cost savings. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.